Hello everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Nisemonogatari. But this time, it's going to be episode 7. And last time, there wasn't too much to go over about last time, but to summarize, Araragi had another discussion with Mayoi about some things. Those things being about when someone becomes an adult, because Araragi was having concerns about his sisters not acting more mature, even though they're both only still in middle school, so them acting a little immature is to be expected. And then of course there's the fact that the long-running joke between Araragi and Mayoi seems to have finally come to an end of sorts, because after Araragi experienced what Mayoi experienced firsthand, he decided it would probably not be cool to keep doing what he was doing to her. And when he went up to her and just put his hand on their shoulder, she actually got mad at him for not doing what he had been doing this entire time. Of course. But other than that, Araragi also had a nice discussion with Senjugahara about what she intends to do about Kaiki. And she says that she wants to just straight up go in there and take the guy out. Put him out of his misery, save everybody right then and there. Araragi isn't necessarily cool with that because, then she would become a criminal. And he doesn't want that to happen. So he insisted that he go with her to face Kaiki. But then, dramatic cliffhanger, right at the end there, turns out Karen is missing. She got up out of bed, put on her shoes, and took off. Where is she now? Who can say? If she did go to face Kaiki, that's not good. That's probably gonna end badly. It already ended horribly the first time, and now she's not even at full capacity, even with half of her illness taken by Araragi. She couldn't even face him before. She was stuck frozen in her place trying to face that guy, so well, we'll see. I would hope that she didn't just run off to face Kaiki, but I can't imagine what else she would be doing. But now, let's get into the 7th episode. As you can see right there on that frickin' sign, right on the first frame, Nisemonogatari, 7th episode. Great visual gag. I like it. Let's go. Man, the more I think about it, I'm thinking back to what Araragi was trying to get through to Karen about not having conviction, and him saying that they're fakes, and he does have a good point in that she did lack conviction. She rolled in there into that con man's office saying how much she wanted to punch him in the face, and when the opportunity came, she didn't take it. And there wasn't much of a reason not to take it, she just didn't. So it would seem as though she did lack conviction, and that she wasn't really determined to live up to that personification of justice that she so boasted about. So, yeah, in a way she is fake. Sort of. It's just all blustering about being justice when she can't really seem to deliver. It felt so it felt like it lacked compassion when he was saying all that stuff to her, but at the end of the day, really, I guess it was stuff she had to hear. I was so against him when he was saying it because it felt mean, but it's like, he has a point. He does have a point that she really does lack strength in a way. She seems physically strong. I mean, I'm sure all that stuff about her taking down the bridge and crushing him into the asphalt was just hyperbole. But, I mean, duh, of course it was. Otherwise, there's some weird stuff going on here, but she did lack conviction in that moment to do what she thought needed to be done. In a way, she is like another side of the coin with Kaiki, in that Kaiki, he talks about, the supernatural stuff and wanting to be able to use it to help people, quote unquote, but it's all a farce. He doesn't even believe in it. He has no intention of delivering upon any of those threats. And by threats, I mean promises. But here's the thing. Are we expected to believe that the fire wreath bee is fake? That it was entirely made up? Or was that just part of the lie? That, it was written in that book as a fake, completely made up story. I don't know if I take his word on that, because he tried to say that it was a hypnosis effect. A placebo. That she was susceptible to it, and when he said, "Oh look, a bee," boop, that all of a sudden she's collapsed down like that. He was fully aware of the fire bee mythology, but Karen was not. She didn't know that it would have that effect. If she just subconsciously was tricked into thinking it was a bee, then she wouldn't have collapsed into an intense fever. She would have just went like, ow, a bee sting on the forehead, and then maybe go into an allergic reaction. I think the bee is real. I mean, a lot of the supernatural stuff they talk about in this is stuff that, you know, manifests from people's the way they think about things, the way they feel. So even if the bee originally didn't exist, people believing in it probably would have made it exist anyway. What's especially telling in this is that Araragi was capable of taking the sickness away from her, which I guess that could fall into the placebo effect of it as well. And that's the thing, it creates doubt, where you can't say for sure if the bee was real or not, but I think it was. Personally, I think it was. If it's confirmed that it's not, then tell me. I'll be glad to eat those words. Man, the mind games of Kaiki. Sometimes, like, it's so obvious that he's lying, you know? You can just, it's too easy to tell that he's trying to weasel out of something. And then other times, you don't know for sure if he's lying or if he just thinks that he's lying and he's telling the truth. Because that's the weird thing about him. We have confirmation. He doesn't believe in supernatural things, but he knows people who do. But the problem is, we know for a fact that supernatural things are real. They do exist. So whether he believes in them or not is of no consequence. He probably thoroughly believes that he's conning people when it comes to the supernatural stuff that he causes, but the effects are certainly real. He just doesn't know that. He's even more dangerous than a con man. He's the real deal who thinks he's a fraud. That's much worse. But yeah, for now, I guess that's it. This finishes up the Karen B arc. Now we're moving on to the, what did it say, the Suhiki Phoenix arc, which will, I presume, will take up just the entire rest of Nisei at this point, because that'll be 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's only 4 episodes. There were 4 episode arcs in Bake, so unless they're gonna go 2 to 2 or 3 to 1, this is probably gonna be the rest of it. But yeah, that was a really fascinating arc. There was a lot at play with that one, you know? There were some interesting themes there, and they were pretty complex, and were fun to try and stop and think about, especially with what we got today with Araragi, trying to talk to Karen about stuff. But some of the things he said still were interesting. He said that she had no conviction because she only did things for other people, and that she didn't do anything for herself. There's a point to be made about that, and he definitely seems to be speaking from experience there. But I think it's unfair to say that somebody who, you know, only does things for other people will always lack conviction, even in reality. But yeah, I'd be interested in hearing more about what you guys think about the Karen B arc. I've seen some people say that some of it was actually their favorite stuff across Monogatari. I've seen some people be underwhelmed about Nisei overall, but we're not done yet. There's still at least one more arc to get into here, and we'll see how that one turns out. So like I said, let me know what you thought about it, guys. I'd be interested to know, but for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. Next time, episode 8, we're starting this new Phoenix arc. Really interesting there. Phoenix, huh? Everybody knows about the Phoenix. It's the, you know, the immortal bird thing that when it dies, it rises from the ashes as a new life, resurrected. Very commonly associated with fire, so poignant. But hey, I've rambled on more than long enough. I'm gonna let you guys go now, so till we meet again, I will see you guys later.